Jordi, you guys take the lead there in the third on the Zaire 4-point play. What did you think that you guys did really well to get back into the game and take the lead at one point, and then, how did it go opposite there down the stretch?
Yeah, I think so far, like watching the game, and I want to watch it on film again, but I thought we took really positive steps. You saw the fight and the purpose and winning 2 quarters, and it also, allowing less than 30 points in 2 quarters. For us right now, that's a win. And I'm really proud of these guys for keep fighting. And even when we were down, like you said, we punched back and we took the lead. And then at the end, obviously, like they're big and very good defensively. Some of our shots didn't go in. I thought that they were good shots. They just didn't go in. We didn't rebound well enough. But really proud of the effort, the togetherness, all that. Those are the right steps to take, and these things don't change overnight, but it's a process, and right now, I feel like the process started. Now we got to do it again and do it better.
Noah had been, his minutes had been kind of limited up until this point. What did you see from him? And since he had the opportunity to kind of step in for MPJ, and whatever MPJ's situation is, would you expect it to be finite and him be back for the next game, or is it an ongoing type of thing?
Yeah, we expect him being back, and then really proud of Noah with how aggressive he was and how he played. That's the Noah that we won. The fight and physicality, and I thought he did very well. Everybody else, like look at Nick's line with, his free throws and 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Again, like those two, I would challenge them to rebound better, but it's a team effort and it's the bigs. We're playing against one of the biggest lineups, and there's big boys out there, but all positive. Very, very, very proud of the group, and right now is try to get to 3 quarters instead of 2, right? It was good to see.
Really efficient and well-rounded performance from Nick tonight. He strung a few together. What have you seen from him in terms of the energy he's brought and kind of elevating his level of play a little bit?
Yeah, I think his leadership, and when we sat down with Nick is, we know that you can make at this level. We can play through you. Like those 7 assists are huge. At the end of the day, we had a lot of potential assists, and if the game goes to 30 assists for us, there's a game right there. We just missed. This team does a really good job limiting the 3 because, they're huge. They can protect the rim. They can stay home from 3-point line, and we still let it fly. It's just like, they didn't go in. But all that was great. Nick's line, to your point, was very, very, very good, and that's what I want to keep seeing from the group.
When you talk about the steps that you guys made defensively tonight with the 2 good quarters, what are like some examples of things that you noticed that you felt like were different maybe than past games and kind of steps in the right direction?
Yeah, I think the ball pressure, the connectivity with our coverages was good. One thing we really struggled was to defend the rim, and a lot of that was in transition and the drives. And we know this team was a team that drives the ball and plays ISO, and right there we were not good enough to go vertical to get charges to cover for one another. But I thought, everything else was good. The way we started the game and, how we were able to get stops. Once again, like need to finish possessions, but saw a lot of positives that we can build from.
How interconnected did you think those struggles stopping drives, and I know a lot of it came in transition, as you said, how interconnected were those struggles with, failing or not failing to defend the 3-point line, but Minnesota hitting 40% of their threes, losing Dante a little bit? Do you think those drives are kind of what led to their performance?
I think that some of them came after offensive rebound, at least 2 of them, and those are the controllables, right? And the drive, if it's a complete blow-by, same thing. Like you have your defensive rotations built in a way that you can, help and sync and rotate out. I would have to watch it to give you a better answer, but right now, at least that I remember, 2 of them were offensive rebound, and those are really like deflating plays, right? You get a stop. It's a long rebound for the most part. You don't come up with it. They kick it. They make a 3. Those are, I think that's the difference right there. And those winning plays, we need them. Sometimes we contest and we forget to get back into the play. And, it's like something that we got to keep preaching and see how we just get better at.
Jordi, you pointed out all the positives that you saw tonight, the improvements, but with a team this young and a season that starts like this, is there a point where you just grow concerned about their morale, about game after game, looking after them?
No, I think that today the energy in the group was great, and it's part of life. Like, you have to embrace adversity and try to figure it out and give yourself a chance. And if we play like this, we're going to start seeing wins. And that's what, the identity we want to show is when we fight and fight the right way and play the right way. So, you want to see those 25 assists to get to 30. You want to rebound better. Like, you can build from this. Things don't change overnight when you don't give yourself a chance. It's not like you decide one day and all of a sudden it happens. Right now, we've seen positive steps. Have we been competitive? A little bit better. Have we been selfless? A little bit better. Have we been connected? A little bit better. The bench was really good. So all those things, if we keep doing and we keep doing a little bit better, then that turns into wins. And then once you taste winning, you want to do it again. And that's how it's going to work for us.
We saw Yegor, I think it was during that stretch in the third quarter, start to show a little bit more handling in the pick and roll. He had mid-range jumper, he got to the rim, made a few passes. Do you sense him gaining more comfort, with added reps doing some of those things?
For sure. 21 minutes against a very physical team just, puts you through a lot. And, that's good for him. All his setups have to be on point. How he runs, all the actions, how he plays pick and roll, whether it's to spray the ball, or to find himself, create a shot for himself. I think it was good. Those 21 and 18 minutes are like very, very, very valuable. 4 assists. We just all need to rebound better. He's more than capable of rebounding with his size. And I would challenge not just him, but everybody else. His minutes were very positive, and we'll keep building from there.
CT, this being your first one, without MPJ so far this year, did you feel like you had to kind of carry the load a little bit, and did it feel any different out there, just kind of being a little bit more the focal point of the offense by yourself?
No, not really. Obviously, losing Mike tonight was a big loss because he is one of our focal points on offense, our second leading scorer. So obviously, losing him, it means a lot for our team. But at the end of the day, it's always next man up, and you just got to play your role, do your part. And I think everybody did their job tonight. Everybody played well, and sometimes it's just just how the league is. They started making their threes and shots in the fourth, and we didn't. We probably got a little fatigue off the back-to-back. That's no excuse, but it's early. But they just start hitting their shots. So you just gotta live with it.
With their size defensively, do you kind of feel that especially as an attacker, as a mid-range jump shooter at times? Like, how do you kind of deal with kind of the length that they're able to provide defensively?
I didn't really. It's regular. Most of the shots I took tonight were great shots for me. Just missed them. Those are normal routine shots that I always work on. Now they were open, and I just missed them. So it's probably just a little fatigue. But at the end of the day, those are routine shots I always take and work on. But I didn't really feel like it was like a difficult shot or anything. I feel like I was open to a good look. So sometimes the ball just didn't go in the second half, but it is what it is. I got another game coming up, and I'll probably make them dance. So just move on to the next.
Cam, obviously Noah got the start tonight. He came out forcing turnovers, diving on the floor for loose balls. How important was he to setting the tone defensively for this group tonight?
Yeah, Noah was great. Obviously it's been a little tough for him. Obviously he wants to make more shots. But at the end of the day, still game 7. We got 70-some more games of this. So, obviously everybody wants to start out hot, start off, on a good note early. But I mean, I think he responded well tonight. He got to start, and he had a lot of energy. Definitely very proud of him. Definitely need to keep it up. But I mean, his energy tonight from the get-go was amazing. So kudos to him.
Just going back to yesterday for a little, Jordi closed that game with you and Terrence and Mike, I believe, on the floor. You don't always see the starters kind of close out a game with a lopsided score. Did you feel like that was a reflection of him just wanting to see a different level of defense or effort to kind of close that game?
No, I mean, I don't know. If he tells me stay in, I'll stay in. Takes me out. Just like tonight, he took us out. I mean, sometimes just how he feels and how he sees the game. But, I mean, I don't know. If he tells me stay in, I'm going to stay in, finish the game. If not, then it is what it is. But, no, I don't really have a comment on that. I don't really know.
With the roster changes and a lot of young guys out there alongside you this year, has the burden that you're shouldering offensively and kind of the expectations and pressure for you to produce, does that feel different than years past? And if so, do you feel like it's changed the way you go about anything?
Hasn't really changed the way I go about anything, but the defenses are a little bit more keened in on me to start the games. I mean, they was always keen in on me, but now they're making an emphasis to take me out the game. So, just got to read the game early and, see the early pass and just trusting the guys to make their shots and keep taking the shots when they're open. But, I mean, it's definitely something you got to figure out and adjust to. I mean, was it game 7 going on game 8? So it's still early in the season, relatively. But, we're taking a step in the right direction for sure, and we just got to keep it up. I think tonight was a good step for us, and we're going to try to go to Indiana and try to get one.
You guys looked like to start the game, you came out more inspired effort-wise compared to yesterday. Jordi said that he spoke to some guys. Just what was the message from him, and was there anything different said that kind of led to a little bit of a different start today compared to yesterday?
Oh, no. I mean, it's always the same message. Just keep, the positive vibes. Obviously, nobody wants to be 0-7 right now. We want to try to get a win, but at the end of the day, we just got to keep working hard and keep, finding silver linings and keep building off those. And obviously, looking at the mistakes that we're doing and try to clean those up. But I think we started the game well, and I think our effort was there. Even, off the back-to-back, I think we had really a lot of good energy. And sometimes, I think we just burned out in the fourth because, shots that we normally make wasn't going in the fourth. So I think we definitely had a great energy to start from the start until the end of the game, honestly. But I think we did some good things tonight for sure.